If only you knew what went through these people's heads, you would know exactly what to do in order to make them want what you want. Power, and power to an immeasurable scale. Power in itself is an illusion in the other person's mind that puts you above them in the social hierarchy. In order to be charismatic AF, you need to make your audience feel like that you can move mountains. And most importantly, you will move those mountains for them. Notice I said audience. It's because this whole thing is theatre. This whole thing is illusion. Power exhibits its properties in the other person's head, not yours. A lot of people can create power charisma because of the way they act, because of what they've achieved, because of how much money that they have. Of course they can. But balancing power charisma with warmth, which we'll make a video on later, so hit that bell icon, is what makes you irresistible. Power charisma, also known as respect, is actually one of the hardest types of charisma to tap into because you can exhibit warmth and presence very quickly. But power requires you to have achieved something. That's why these big doctors and lawyers and businessmen all have an inflated sense of ego and respect because they've achieved something and have something to show for it. But you don't need to do that in order to exhibit power charisma. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you specific tools on how to tap into power charisma even though that you're not successful yet or you haven't achieved something big yet. The first tip I can give you in order to exhibit power charisma is to open up your body language. Open up your chest, open up your arms, open up your neck. When an animal comes in contact with someone who could kill them or something that can kill them, they kind of bow down, right? They close themselves up in order to show that they are under their dominance. But if they come across something that doesn't threaten them, they kind of open themselves up. In the same way, you can do that too. You can open up your body, you can open up your neck, expose your carotid arteries and your vital organs, and that instantly makes your brain think that you are in the dominant position. You are the top dog. Our brain works with positive feedback. When you open up your body and you make yourself more vulnerable, your brain automatically thinks, wait, his body is making himself vulnerable, that must mean he is in the dominant position, which floods your brain with endorphins, with testosterone, with dopamine, with all these different chemicals that make you feel good, which then you open up your body a little bit more. How do you make your body language better? You do that by, first of all, imagining that you have a string tied to the back of your neck or the bottom of your head, all the way to the bottom of your back. And you extend yourself outwards as you open yourself up like this. That instantly will make you feel good. Stand up and do it, like I'm doing it with you right now. Stand up and do it. See how much more confident that you feel. See how much more better that you feel. As opposed to you sitting in your chair right now and slouching down like this. Second point, your ability to keep someone's attention directly correlates to how much power charisma that you have. I'm going to teach you how to do this the same way that these Eastern Europeans do it. The Russians do it, the Serbians, the Bulgarians, all these guys do it. And they use their hands, they talk with their hands. Imagine if I was just talking to you with my arms crossed like this. You would have clicked off ages ago. But now I'm talking to you, I'm keeping my hands out there, I'm talking to you, I'm making images that associate with my words, with my hands. And that is what's keeping you hooked. Now, in order to add to your power charisma, which we just talked about in hand actions, what I want you to do is I want you to talk from your stomach. From the bottom of your stomach, I want you to breathe deeply and talk. And when you talk, I want you to imagine that your words are arrows shooting towards someone. This gives you authority. This makes you someone that someone needs to listen to. So when you have that ability to command someone's attention, maintain it with the way that you speak, the words that you speak. See what I'm doing here? I'm directing my words at you. This gives the impression that you know what you're talking about. And when you know what you're talking about, you have authority. Your third tip is to exhibit a frame, a strong frame. Now, a strong frame doesn't mean you have to be built like a tank, right? In fact, it's not physical whatsoever, it's actually mental. If you know what you're talking about, if you give the impression that you know what you're talking about, people will just believe you. They'll just go along with it because you're so confident and therefore they're confident in your beliefs. In fact, you can say the most outrageous BS thing with absolute confidence and people will be like, I think he knows what he's talking about, it's probably true. To show a bigger frame. So when you talk with confidence, talk like you know what you're talking about and other people will believe you. But the best way, far the best way to exhibit a stronger, bigger frame is to have emotional stability. Whenever someone challenges you or says something to you, I want you to just brush it off like it was nothing. Like a little lion cub trying to challenge the alpha lion in pride. So he's trying to bite my finger, brush it off. Or the second way to exhibit emotional stability is to not be bothered by someone or their opinions. In fact, use their own jokes and use their sarcasm against them and completely decimate them so they don't get back up and challenge you again. So in both scenarios, you come out on top. But whatever you do, do not lose your cool, do not get angry. Because if you get angry, they have elicited a response from you, and therefore you are no longer superior, you are their competitor. Now the last and final tip that you can exhibit without any mental work whatsoever is to dress well. People see you a lot quicker than they hear you, because light travels faster than sound, obviously. So the way you appear, the way you present yourself, gives an impression on the person you're going to talk to before you even speak a word to them. Dress well, dress classy, dress like you are of higher, superior authority, level, or class. People respect you for it. I've always noticed when I've gone out to the shopping mall or a random place and I'm dressed well, instantly people look at me like, who is this guy? But then if I'm wearing joggers or if I'm wearing like a normal jumper or a jacket, you don't get the head turns. But the way you dress and the way you present yourself, both in body language and also your style, commands people's attention. Now all of this requires something called mental discipline. Without mental discipline, you're all over the place. You never exhibit stoicism. You never exhibit power, charisma. Because in order to be powerful, you need to be disciplined. This video right by here is going to teach you exactly how to do that. And until next time, I'm out.